Good, everybody. We back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Wednesday, man. Y'all smash the like button, sub to the channel if you haven't done so already. Of course, my name is Jeremy Jones, and y'all know I make content about sneakers, occasional try-on hauls, and y'all know we got Music Monday. So, without further ado, man, let's kick things off. Dunks should be joining us, but I think he had a family event to attend to last minute that he may or may not have known about, so either way, he had to be there, but if he does join, I will add him up to the live as well, man. So y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel. Definitely in the right place, man. Y'all see the topics. We're talking Nike addresses Air Jordan 1 lost and found restock problems on sneakers. Now, if you haven't been living under a rock, you already know that's kind of been like the ongoing thing for like ever since they came out back in November. There's going to be another restock. There's going to be another restock. And we were anticipating in January. Didn't happen in January. Then we had it again, I want to say in February or early March, right? I want to say it was early March. We had another drop of those lost and founds. And then, apparently it's still problems. Now, I wouldn't anticipate this. Now, this article was from May 3rd. I don't know how I missed this one, but it should have been last week. We probably should have touched it a little bit, but we got in a little heated battle in the Sold Out Discord over white rappers, and here we are today, right? Okay, so if y'all haven't signed up for that Sold Out Discord, it is pinned up at the top. It is free to join. We got a little bit of everything from food to music to upcoming sneakers, shot drops, you name it. And just a general on lounge, man, to kick it. So y'all smash that like button and then sign up for the Sold Out Discord. So after this topic that we touch on these lost and found things, I think I want to touch on that first because I kind of had said, like, in my opinion, I was like, yo, I'm done with it right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, it is what it is. If they restock them, they restock them. I already don't pay the resale price, came off the hip with the chips. So if they do, but for the people who's held out though, I still got I want y'all to hit more than anything. You know what I'm saying? And then I see that there's a new model of the Travis Scott floating around here that he's had on his feet that people are. I personally haven't heard too much talk about it. Now I know we talked about it in the Sold Out Discord again. Shameless plug. Now Dunks. Now this is one thing where I wish he was on the live for this one, man. But Dunks is a huge Travis Scott fan, on another level. I like Travis Scott music, and I more so will look at the shoe before I put on the new song. You know what I'm saying? To me, all his stuff kind of sound the same, but Dunks would probably argue my head off pause, you know what I'm saying, if he was here, but he should be. Hopefully he joins up. Let me see who all we got in the building real quick, but I want to talk on everybody's thoughts and the feelings on those Travis Mack attacks. I mean, because this is the new model, you know what I mean? So I want to read kind of what the inspiration behind this joint. Of course, naturally, it's got that backwards, Travis Nike check on it, but I'm to be honest, that's never been a major, deal breaker for me, yay or nay. But, this is who I got in the building. Got Kwame in the building. Says, yo, what up, Kwame? Fly Guy says, welcome to the best live on YouTube with the popcorn. And he's in the meditations. Okay. Appreciate that, Fly Guy. Appreciate that. The Slayer says, yo, goats. What up? What up, Slayer? Man with a kick says, Europe. What up, Manny? What up? What up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and up out of this joint, man. So let's just dive right in. I want to touch on this. What's this reset? Because I think the Travis is we can hold off towards the end of the live. I only plan on being for an hour and 30 minutes, man. But I want to touch on this. Nike addresses Air Jordan 1 lost and found restock problems on sneakers. Let me share my screen real quick with you guys. Boom. Hopefully everything's coming up correctly. So this right here was put out by Complex, which again, also, I want to also point out there too that I've been hearing rumors that with all the week, and I'm not surprised, right? But I've been hearing that a couple, who is that? LeBron James is actually trying to gear up to quote unquote buy Complex. I don't know if y'all been hearing that rumor, but I've been hearing LeBron is getting up to trying to buy Complex. Now, I'm not sure the state of what Complex is in financially, but a lot of the bigger shoe tubers have come out to let it be known. But again, that's a different topic, and that's their business. But at the end of the day, some ain't churning the buttermilk over there. And that's all I'm going to say. But they still throwing out this. But, I don't think I've seen a new full-size run. And I could just be under a rock. I haven't seen a full-size run. And I haven't seen, a so-and-so go sneaker shopping. Now, I will say they did it right with that one, in my opinion, but who's to say what that was costing the network? I don't know. But this article is from Brandon Dunn, and he's one of the people from the where they do the Full Size Run podcast. So it says Nike addresses Air Jordan 1 lost and found restock problems on sneakers. Okay, so yeah, he says, I write mostly about sneakers, or sneakers mostly. So apparently, right, let's just see what's going on. Is it going to be a possible restock now? Because I've also been hearing that, there was supposed to be like the smaller sizes, but it wasn't like the adult sizes. So, I mean, this is obviously a very well, sought after shoe, and looks like Nike wants everybody to have it. From a just general user point of view right now. It says, last month's restock of the Air Jordan 1 lost and found on Nike sneakers app did not go according to plan. So it was last month. So it was in April, actually. Okay, so yeah, February, March, April, and we're in May. So that had to be April. After Nike teased the shoe return a week in advance, the April 20th, okay, cool, was right in my face. Restock was marred by checkout issues that made the sneaker feel even more unattainable than expected. At a media event at the Nike S23 studio office in New York on Wednesday, sneakers VP Lucy Ruse discussed what went wrong in the drop. Now, I definitely want to know what went wrong. Like, what went wrong with the drop? Because while I was not trying, and even though Dunk's got a pair, but he could try for his son, he could try for his baby mama. So he still got another route to go to get, you know what I'm saying? So I was hearing that a lot of people was having checkout errors like this just said, but also just the app in general was not even really loading up. And you know how it is when a lot of people are trying to get on that app. And I feel like sneakers app in general, in my opinion, is long overdue for a major, I don't know, bandwidth. What's the word am I looking for? It's like something to get where they can combat with the amount of customers. They know how many people at this point that browse the app. And I'll say if they can't go off with them, they don't need to go off average, because if they go off average, times like now, it's yeah, we on there, but then we not on there now because ain't nothing coming out. Or ain't nothing crazy coming out. But when a Travis shoe coming out, or something like the Lost and Found, and it's being talked about and thousands of pairs are out early, that's what they need to get on too, if you ask me. What they need to work on alongside of the app, not to pick on Nike tonight, guys, that's not my intention. But while we here, this is a podcast, and this is all my opinion. This is all alleged. I don't know if any of this is true. This is alleged. I am just reading and kind of giving my thoughts on it. I'm not saying yay or nay. But back to the topic at hand. What I mean by this is I think it's time for them not only to update that sneakers app where it can handle its full-on max capacity, where sure, right now at times it's slow, but when a Travis get on there, a super hype shoe get on there, they can see how many people are going to be on there. It's millions. You know what I'm saying? Not 100,000s. Y'all are in the millions. Y'all need some. And I know it's going to be almost impossible to even, who's to say, to be honest, if it really is millions on that app at one time when a shoe is trying to drop, and maybe that is they got the top of the line best quality you can get. You know what I'm saying? That it may not be created to handle something like that. Because think about it. If we're going to be fair, we're not just going to pick on Nike and sneakers app when it has a whole bunch of people on it, it gets bogged down. I don't want to just straight up pick on Nike. All sites are not prepared for that. I think there's no way, if you think about this, you could have the top of the line internet in your crib. But if you got a whole, we'll say family Thanksgiving celebration, and you got 10 or 11 people on your network, probably 12. Okay, we'll say if you got 12 different people connected on your network, your cousins, nieces, aunts, moms, think of that. You know what I'm saying? And Nike got 10 times stronger than that. And it's still but what's the point if they can only support so many at one time? And that's what we noticed with the app. Apparently they got this new bot protection thing that's set up that's supposed to be good. But, we just started slowly seeing the new screen roll in, last month? I know I did personally, right? So maybe this is the best they can do. I am going to read through the rest of this article. Let me see what's going on in the building. Manny says Nike can keep those Travis Scott Max Mac Attack. Yeah, it's the Mac. You said Max Attack, in my opinion. Thank you, Manny. I couldn't agree more. Now, Dunks was here. He may have something slightly different to add to the table. Again, I saw what he said in the Sold Out Discord, so I have a feeling, unless his mind has changed, which is a possibility, that he said he thinks it's okay and it's about time. But, this is also a diehard Travis Scott fan. Not saying you guys aren't, but it's a different ball game. The Slayer says the Mac attacks are straight, and that's a trash can emoji. Nobody would buy those if there weren't for the name Travis Scott and reverse swoosh. Hey, you ain't got to convince me, bro. This is somebody that I know Dunks ain't here, but this is something you got to say to Dunks, because reality is I agree with you. And same with the Air Maxes that he did, the Air Max 1s. To be honest, they don't go crazy. They resell, but they don't resell. You know what I'm saying? We got No Hype 85 in the building. Says, sup, fam. What up, No Hype? What up? But yeah, I say that. I can see that. But back to the topic at hand right now. We definitely going to touch on Travis towards like midway stream. I'm going to say at the top of the hour, right? Because I've been on this joint for almost like 20-some minutes. At the top of the hour, we're going to touch on the last 30 minutes. We're going to touch on these Mac attacks. I got some smoke for them, for real. But this, let me see what the rest of this article is talking about for Sneakers app. Let's see. Manuel Kick says, Mac attack right to the trash. LOL. Let's see. They said this. So this is what Lucy Rose apparently said that was discussed. We had a challenge with a third-party scaling issue, which basically prevented us from being able to handle the traffic for the particular lunch, Rosie said. So, and this may be true, right? Don't quote me, I don't know. This may be true. However, what about all the other times? Because this ain't the first time y'all have done a big drop, quote unquote. I mean, it is worse than the first initial drop back in November, but still, you know what I mean? When the sneakers group realized there were an error in the app bombarding users during the lunch, they activated a trench team and went back to a third-party vendor to try and fix the problem, according to Rose. Maybe she's referring to, and I don't know. Remember the last drop is where it said like 11? And this is the right drop, right? Where we were expecting a certain drop at like 11:20, but it actually got pushed back to like 1:20-ish, 2:20 p.m. when it was supposed to be like 11:20 a.m. So maybe that's what she said. She may have stopped the time. This is what I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't work for them, but this is what I'm assuming what she is possibly referring to. Y'all sign up in the chat. Let me know if y'all feel where I'm coming from. Let's see. Rose has led sneakers since April 2022, so she's new to the party. Maybe as far as the lead role. Maybe she's been there for a long time, but as far as the lead role, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. She said since April 2022, when she took over for a long-time sneakers boss, Ron Ferris, in her current role, she also oversees Nike NBHD, short for neighborhood. So she oversees the neighborhood, which is an ecosystem of partners, which I'm not even familiar with this ecosystem joint. It says, but it's it says an ecosystem of partners that includes the stores carrying the brand's most hyped products. Rose wants to leverage those groups to support engaging, progressive, and inclusive community that exists online in spaces like sneakers and in person at physical stores and events. I hope she's not talking, this is a legend in my opinion. I hope she's not talking about the shoes that the stores that do get the hype stuff like the Travises, and there's only like 2 Foot Lockers that I know of here, right? And not here, but when I say like here, I mean like in New York, and then there's one it's either gonna be Chicago or LA. Those are only 2 to get like that stuff. So they're like participating neighborhood stores, I would assume. And of course there's other stores that are like boutique stores that get it. But it always feels, right? I can't prove it, but it always feels like you better off taking your gamble with the Bombarded Sneakers app, because that in-person like raffling system, I mean, they may pick, it seems like they pick, let's say if they get 10 pairs of each shoe, it's like they say, all right, cool, we're going to, the other half just going to, for X amount of dollars, if you catch my drift, and the other half, those are the amount we're going to raffle off. I don't know, because I mean, at the end of the day, money talk. And I'm going to just keep it at that. No Hype says, yeah, I bet that's it. Man with the Kick says, I need those lost and founds for my little son. Hopefully Sneakers app let us eat tomorrow. So it's supposed to be tomorrow. See? Completely under a rock. I didn't know they were supposed to come tomorrow. I've been hearing through the week, but I didn't know it was supposed to be tomorrow. Learn something new. No Hype says, huh? You mean Finish Line, Manny? He says, GS on sneakers, no hype. Oh, word, it's not on the app. Word, yeah. See, I didn't know. See, I heard, I was hearing Finish Line and them too. I ain't heard nothing about sneakers. Let me hit the rest of this. This article says Rose wants to leverage the groups. Read that one. Let me scroll down real quick because I think there's more to it. Says Nike has historically been reluctant to acknowledge the occasional rocky launches on sneakers. It is more than occasional. That's just a generous, nice word if you ask me. Concerns around the app have been raised internally at the brand, but rarely in public. Rose comments represent something of a shift in how Nike communicates about how the sneakers app functions. She says and she's talking about sneakers app, is committed to fairness and transparency, which means addressing the factors it has to defend against. Yeah, I sure hope so, but I mean, it doesn't feel like it, bro, because to be honest, even with the drop we had today, the Hard Ethos, we had like one W in the sold out Discord, which is cool and I'm happy. But it's actually, yeah, it was Dunks out of all people. Man, wow, how ironic. Yeah, it was Dunks. So salute to Dunks for the congratulations. But it's like, even still, I guarantee if we ask Dunks how many L's he took, and I mean, I get it, man, but I don't know. I feel like there's still ways to tighten things up where everybody can be, not everybody, but I'll say the majority who's really into it can be happy. You know what I'm saying? Manny says, walk in or raffle at Finish Line, my guy. Okay, so, wow. So you got to do a walk in or you do the raffle at Finish Line. Interesting. And this for the kid sizes or this for like the adult sizes? Let me hit the rest of this chat. Or let me hit the rest of this article. Man, I'm zoned out. It says, a ton of different things can happen and every situation is unique. Rose said, okay, I'll buy it for $1 right now. Whether it's bad actors scraping the back end of our platform to leak when drops are launching, or third-party partner tools breaking down. And of course, our apps are also consistently tested by record traffic from legitimate users and bots, driven by continued interest in our most coveted products. As such, we sometimes encounter new and unexpected bugs, but are committed to continue to innovate in the ways that we support our users and update our experiences to handle a scale that we see on a daily basis. So all that stuff that I was saying that I hope that they do, apparently that's what she's saying that they do, right? And to be 100, I mean, with all that being said, they still admit that it's not perfect. If that's what's safe to say, what I got so far from the article, like they're trying their best, but it's really not an easy task. And to be honest, I'm just, as reading that, I'm kind of and I know they can't put this out there, but I'm very curious what they consider like a bot, what triggers them to say like this is a bot and this is not, is my question. You know what I'm saying? I'm curious what gives that signal. I know they can't, because if they put that out there, then people are like, all right, cool, we'll just change this. But I'm curious what makes them think like, okay, cool, this is a bot, cancel their order. Or doesn't even let them check out, because it seems like even if they cancel the orders and then re-release the stuff, like the boss will just try again. So I'm very curious how they handle that. Let me see. Man with the Kick says, nah, I'm asking you. Oh, hey, I'm gonna have to double check myself, Brody. Let's see. No Hype says, no, it's EA on Finish Line, JD. Okay, cool. That's what I was hearing too. I heard it was like EA joint. Man with the Kick says, fucking exclusive access BS, Poison app, here I come, pause. Let's see, No Hype says, yeah, I got it for the Thunders, but it glitched out, so couldn't get my size. Wow. That's the one I hate the most, which is apparently a form of bot protection from what we had, what we like read on the last live on Saturday. Apparently this whole like these little exclusive access joints in this like sneaker cam or like the location joint where you got to be in so many feet of the store. Apparently that's bot proof, according to what I read. That's alleged. I don't know, but apparently that's bot proof where the bots can't get to that. But the general masses, y'all don't have that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? One, who's gonna find the photo? Whoever found the photo in the sold out Discord is the only reason I had a chance to begin with. And apparently I had exclusive access and still took a L. You know what I'm saying? It was horribly designed. Did they even, my thing is this, it almost makes me feel like, did they even practice this ish? Like, I feel like cool. I'm cool with the sneakers cam and all that stuff. If y'all gonna practice it and try to make it, I mean, I understand slightly where you gotta interact a little bit, but it still should be dummy proof where you ain't gotta think. It should be like, okay, slide here, do like, it should be like, hold your phone up to a photo, but it should be like something like where you can, like, you don't gotta find the photo. It's the photo should be readily, easily available. You know what I'm saying? Who got that kind of time when everybody trying to do the same thing? Let's see. Man of the Kick says, only good if we live in Chicago O Block. And I'm gonna let it, I ain't going to O Block for no sneakers. And I know a lot of the sneaker YouTubers who claim that they from Chicago, which they may be, I don't think they be chilling out in O Block. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Let me clarify that. Let me read the rest of this. It says, bots on sneakers can typically compromise 50% of the entries on any given high heat lunch and hit the app with an average 12 billion monthly requests to try and check the release process. Nike, Rosie said, has up to 98% success rate in filtering out bots on sneakers. Well, if it's 12 billion and 98% of 12 billion, now I can't do the math, but it's still a lot of bots out there, even out of 2%. Like, yeah, I'll take 2% out of 12 billion and you would too. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to throw a figure out there because I don't know what 2% of 12 billion is. But I mean, like, not off the top of my dome anyway, but a lot of money. You know, I mean, yeah, it is a lot of money, but still a lot of people trying to buy it at the same time. And I guess we got to give sneakers app the credit where, you know, at least they can do the 98%. But it's like, what do they need to do to get up to that, like, 100% like bot proof? You know, and to be honest, I don't think they could ever get to like 100%. And let me tell you why. Because even if they do, they can't say like 100% like bot proof and the person be botting it all day long. And then somebody catch that botter. That bot is going to talk his ish. And then that person going to sue. You know, it's going to be a class action lawsuit. So Nike can't really, they can't put 100 out there. And like I said, it may be 98%, but it sure as hell don't feel like it. Says, in the past, the brand rarely acknowledged that there was bots threatening to compromise its lunches. More recently, Sneakers has published info about the rates of bot usage on the app. So they really just started this whole bot protection thing in 2022. Because that's when she came on, right? So really just last year. I don't know how long it's been in the works, but I'm saying that's what it feels like when I'm reading. I don't know. This is just alleged. Let's see. Manny says, Nike need to take notes from Union LA website. Yes and no. They use a little capture card, like where you gotta like draw a box around something, where you gotta type in like, okay, where is so and so found it, and then you type in like, then you draw a box around so and so when you gotta draw it perfectly, and then you can finally get into the site and do what you need to do. I don't think that's about it, but it's still a lot of people though. So I mean, it's definitely worth a shot, but can they really do that on the app? Do you really picture yourself trying to draw a box on your phone, like on the app? Yeah, pain in the you know what. I mean, that's the point though. And then if they do like, you know, because you can technically log into your sneakers and enter that way as well on your computer. So, yeah, but you know who gonna, you know what I'm saying? Nike gonna be in a rock and a hard place regardless of whatever they do. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it 100. They're gonna be in a rock and a hard place either way. Let's see. The transparency has a limit, though. Rousey said Nike wants to provide enough info so that we're giving customers confidence without giving in advance to botters looking to game the system. So, I mean, I'll say this. At least it's a sign to say like they're not no longer trying to ignore the joint. Manny say I'd rather get a retail pair shipped delayed for a couple weeks instead of getting L's. This is true. I think we all would, which we can go down that route of pre-ordering all day long. And I ain't taking shots at nobody, but I'm just saying we can try the pre-order route. It won't hurt to try it for like a Travis. No Hype says facts. Manny, Budding Kick says, as frustrating as Sneaker Cam was, that may be a good way to block bots, or maybe Nike needs to take pre-orders. Wow. I ain't even read that, and I was already on the pre-order stuff. You know what I'm saying? Certain releases, I feel like they can do pre-orders. They won't lose no money, and we won't either. But I think they're scared because people who try to do the multiple orders and get their whole family, like, you know what I'm saying? It's already, it's, like I said, honestly, I'm convinced now, no matter what route they take, we're not going to ever say they're doing top of the line. And I say I'm saying majority of the sneaker community, not just me. Somebody's always going to feel like, man, they doing all this and I'm still taking L's. Like, it's still going to be floating around. So Nike's still going to be in a rock and a hard place. And I'm not trying to defend Nike, because whatever they do, they need to do something. I know that. Let's see. The app makes headlines for releases that go wrong, like the lost and found Air Jordan 1 restock, but it's been able to recover. Just this past week, the sneakers drop for the Travis Air Jordan 1 Low Olive was smooth, despite the product being more sought after than the Chicago colored lost and found Jordan 1s. And I went for those and took an L. I think Dunks took an L on those. So, I mean, that was supposed to be smooth, but I mean, it seems like it was botted to me too. I don't know. And again, maybe that 2%, but you think about it. The more people that are botting, you know what I'm saying? If they got 12 billion, then it could easily turn into like, okay, cool, I'm putting another bot on there just in case they get lucky. 14 billion out of 98%, that means still the odds of increasing. You know, it's just simple little basic math. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Per Rose, the demand for the rapper sneaker collaboration exceeds that of anything else on sneakers. If it does, and I'm glad this all ties into, we're going to transfer into the new model of Travis joint. We're going to touch on that because my thing is this. Can the Travis Mac Attack, will it hold that weight? People, it's going to sell, and it's going to sell out, but I don't think right now, from everywhere I'm hearing, other than like Dunks and like a few people, man, again, like somebody said earlier, the shoe wouldn't get attention to Travis name one on it, but it is. But same time, we are simple minded when it comes to the sneaker culture. But hell, we know BS when we see it. And I'm not saying the shoe is BS, but I can honestly say it's not a neck breaker. You know what I'm saying? Had that shoe had the Nike check flipped around the other way, we wouldn't even question what Travis had on his feet. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Travis Scott is without fail the most entries we've ever gotten, she said. Nike indicated that before a September 2022 launch of the Air Jordan 1 Low from Travis set a record for entries on sneakers. What's the number, though? And I'm assuming if that was back in 2022, the lows, or the olives set a record then. Okay, cool. I didn't know that was the most entries. Interesting. Man says, dead ass, Nike pre-orders the Air Jordan 1 reimagined black toes and family sizes before the holiday might work. Most definitely. They need to put that joint in, because if we want to say this, they do pre-orders and have it open for like an hour. And, you know, you treat it just like the sneakers app, like enter your stuff, but you're doing a pre-order and you got treat it just like you're going for the shoe and you can only select one time for each size. Do that route and then just let us go ahead and pay, and then like, all right, cool, your shoe will be shipped in 9 to 12 weeks. So they should start doing a joint around October. Because I mean, to be honest, if the hype is there, we're gonna know by October. If the shoe's not dropping until December and we're hyped in October, it ain't gonna do nothing but go up over time as far as the hype. That's all the lost and founds did. they didn't do nothing but make people want them more and more. Same with the Travises. So I think there's, like I said, I just feel like it's a way of how you can do pre-orders. Because the supply of readily limited edition sneakers like Travis Scott Air Jordans is still lower than the demand, most of those who entered for a chance to buy the sneaker likely weren't able to, but the launch for the most recent pairs was at least a stable one. So the Olives had the most pairs. Did not know that. Actually, no, I did know that because everybody kept throwing out there. What was the number? Like 150,000? I kept hearing 150,000 of the Olives. But they did a women, but it was like men extended sizes too. So it could have been possibly, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Nike, I guess how they look and measure success compared to how we do is always going to be different because they already got access to the shoe. We're measuring the shoe off of like, hey, did you hit? Did you hit? And, you know, I think we had a few W's in the Discord, but not many. Let's see. As interest in the kind of special edition sneakers hits an all-time high, the distribution channels for them have felt the pressure. This exists across all sneaker brands' launch platforms, but none of them became a flashpoint for customers' joy and frustration like Nike Sneakers app. For the sneakers team, addressing the pain points and figuring out how to serve the most passionate community of Nike shoppers at the scale is a constant journey. It says we know we can do better. Oh, exactly. I'm glad she said that because we know. She said we know we can do better, and us, the collectors, the sneakerheads, know that we know. And I'm saying we know you could do better too, boo. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended right there, but yes. We know y'all can do better, and hopefully, finally, they're starting to listen to this joint. So, I do see some people's in the comments on this joint says, I just curious because there's only 2 comments, so I'm very curious what it is. Let me hit the chat real quick. Manny says, kill resale. Also, if everyone gets a pair of Nike, holla at the Sold Out Squad. Seeing those checks, most definitely. I agree. I mean, because we kind of the only ones. Everybody kind of been pushing on it, but we kind of just got tired of it too. J-Rod in the building, what up? Says, I don't know if I want to see pre-orders. I don't want to see everyone with the same shoes. I kind of like the feeling of trying to cop. I just hate the bots cook. I say if they can do a better job at pulling at the bots. Pre-ordering, though, I get what you're saying, but I mean, I guess that hype factor of knowing that you may not get it, and if you do get it, you got something that not everybody got. Even if you go on the resale market, you're still like in that limited, like, you know what I'm saying? Which at the end of the day, buy what you like. But I get what you're saying, J-Rod. It's kind of like if everybody got access to it. But it was like that back in the day. But at the same time, people was not paying $100 for shoes. And this goes, and I'm talking about when I was like a kid, like a teenager. You know what I'm saying? I'm curious what these people said in the conversation down here real quick. It says, I ordered through the Nike app also to get some Air Jordan 1 lows. I also get pairs from there for the family, so I definitely buy stuff from there, but I guess that is not enough to go and hit on the sneakers app. I only entered like 3 or 4 times on sneakers and not selected is the inbox. I even went through smooth. Okay. Yeah, it does. I hate, and I don't know about y'all, is whenever you find out you're not selected and then like a few minutes later it sends you like a generated email letting you know that you were not selected again. Like, yo, I seen it the first time. I don't need another freaking reminder, bro. Manny says, at least one hype sneaker a year. I say they should do a trial run. Do a trial run with some pre-orders. See how it goes. And see how the community takes to it. Because we're all preaching like that would be nice. I'm down for it. But if they really gave it to us, how would we know how to act? I'm sure we would be excited and a lot of us would be happy. But I'm curious what issues this possibly could catch. Because right now I don't see any. But it's always going to be that one thing that we never really like. Man, why would somebody do that type of situation? You know what I'm saying? Kwame says Nike promised pre-order with the dot swoosh, they better follow through. But is it gonna be on a shoe that somebody really want? You know what I'm saying? You think they gonna like say they what's the restock the Travis's? You think they're going to put that on there? They gonna put. I'm pretty sure they're gonna come through on a promise, but I'm just curious what they gonna come through with, Kwame. And I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm just curious what they gonna come through with. Button Kick says, "LOL, Nike real official with those L's." Oh heck yeah, they are. You know what I'm saying? And then the other one, he's left another message. He says, Nike should create bigger, faster bots that will be internal to their sneakers app. It would be able to weed out the outside bots and take control of the botted pairs, putting them back in the queue for production, then release a set amount of pairs every few hours that would come back. Outside bots. Okay, cool. He actually is on. I feel like he's on to something here. So I feel like he's on to something here. He says, then the release set amount of pairs every few hours. This would combat outside bots and give everyone a fair chance to get a pair on release day. Yeah, but I mean, I do think if they catch like, if you see this is looking like a botted account, cancel their orders. But see, that's gonna suck though, because what if you're not one of the people that's actually a bot? You know what I mean? And you think the bots, because your order get canceled, they won't try again though? You know, I'm not trying to debunk what he said. I'm just thinking of how it sounds good on writing right now. I like his idea. But I mean, like, reality is, you know that's going to be easier said than done. And I'm granted he didn't say this would be easy. You know, I'm just saying, I'm looking like, it sounds good. But yeah. Let me hit the chat real quick. Man with the Kick says, drop Air Jordan 11 Space Jam, nobody complaining. Yeah, because they're going to do a crazy, like, mass production of those. That's how they've been doing the 11s every year. Kwame says, I feel you. It'd be nice if they gave us something we all really want. Yeah, give us something we all really want. Just, I mean, it ain't going to hurt. That's the thing, right? Say, the shoe, the pre-orders, either way, it's a win-win. So, ain't got to worry about a shoe sitting. The person already paid for it, so they gonna you already got the money in advance. You know, not that Nike need the money in advance, but I'm saying, like, it's pre-ordering sounds really good, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. You know, like, it's something where, to be honest, it doesn't hurt to look into it. It won't hurt to at least glance and see what it is, because I mean, we've all mumbled it, and I know they've heard it. We're no longer mumbling. We're all bringing up that point. You know, J. Rod says, everyone got a little hype beast in them. It does feel good to have a sneaker that not everyone has. Yeah. I mean, the video I'm dropping tomorrow, I'm gonna show that how I'm still like the OG. Like I'm crossing over to my OG status. I'm not there yet. Video dropping tomorrow. Y'all gonna think I'm on my OG stuff. That's a hint. But reality is, to everybody probably, I mean, give or take, because a lot of people come at me and say I'm such a hype beast, you know what I'm saying? And somebody says like I'm a different type of hype beast though. I mean, because I don't let every shoe, like I don't gotta have every hype shoe, but I do like to have a little something nice if I'm gonna keep it 100. So I mean, I think that's a fair statement. I'm gonna go ahead and let you have that. Everybody got a little bit of hype beast in them, low key. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it 100. Just a little bit though. I don't need a lot. I still buy what I like, man. The Slayer says Nike gotta step their service up. They got to do something. They got to, and they got the money. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if the technology's not there, then either Nike gonna have to help get it developed or something. You know what I'm saying? Manny with the Kick says, I definitely a home run for Nike to try it once won't hurt. Yeah, that's what I said. Like they're not. It ain't gonna hurt them if they don't freaking get them. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's gonna sell out. So, either way. Now, I want to touch on these Travises. We're coming up at the top of the hour in 10 minutes, man. So, I'm going to touch on these Travises floating around. Now, this is like a first thoughts, in my opinion. Y'all know I don't really do too many of these, but this is my first thought seeing these. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about them. This is a Travis Scott Nike Mac Attack. What is the inspiration off of this shoe? I'm going to have to read through this article and see. Hopefully give us some more detail. I do got one up from Complex. I'm going to read that one, and I'll probably read the Nice Kicks, and then we're going to close things out for tonight. Salutes to Dunks. I don't think he hit me. I don't think he joined in. I'm going to double check real quick just for shits and giggles. I don't think he's going to be making it because I said he got some family duties coming up, so yeah, most definitely. But salutes to Dunks. But let me hit the chat. Says, do Nike surveys? Do Nike surveys because I said they were ass, and I hit on the SB last week and got EA on the Nike by you today. Okay, cool. I don't think I got hit with a survey, or maybe what it be like emailing them joints. I ain't even really paid attention to the joint. What is it that I need to? It's something else that wanted me to do, like a review or like a yeah. I have to wait though. I got to get some in my. I think it's like eBay wanted me to do one. I need to look into that joint. Manny says he put I. Okay, got you. Like I guess yeah, I got what you meant, Manny. Kwame says I'm good on those Travises, and I have the trainers nobody wanted. You still feeling the trainers though, or do you regret the purchase, Kwame? How often do you wear the shoe? So let's read this. Travis Scott debuts Nike Mac Attack exclusives. So this is what they're calling the Mac Attacks, man. So again, this is gonna be that living proof. Can Travis really, even though it's a Nike shoe, but can he do it as his own like silhouette? Because the ones in the past, I feel like they wasn't able to do it on their own. You know what I mean? He need that. They didn't really. His shoes didn't move unless it had that Air Force One backing and most notably the Jordan backing. But this ain't either one. It's got the Nike backing, but it's on its own. Let's see. It says the seeds for the Nike Mac Attacks return have been planted since the early 2021, which I didn't even know that, when LeBron James and Travis Scott were both unexpectedly spotted wearing vintage pairs of John Monroe's 1984 signature model. I'm gonna have to look that up because see, that's another thing too. I wasn't sure what the inspiration of on the shoe. Hold on real quick. Let me put myself on the main screen. Boom. I do want to see what these John joints is real quick. I'm gonna see if I can get this. I don't know if y'all are familiar with a John 84 signature model. I'm gonna just put that in the search engine and see what shoe comes up. Maybe because that's supposed to be the inspiration of the shoe. Because that's the one thing I wanted to know, like where the inspiration of this ish come from. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me see if I can just put in. That's a signature model. I'm gonna put his just Monroe sneaker. Let me see sneaker because he apparently a tennis player. I didn't know he was a tennis player, so it's pulling up a tennis player. Let me see sneaker. So maybe this is what it, okay, I can see a little bit. Okay, so it's a tennis joint. Oh, so he's making, Travis is trying to get a tennis, a little, no pun intended, but a tennis shoe off. Apparently this is the lifting the lid of the John Monroe's Mac Attack sneaker freaker. So this is apparently the shoe that it's inspired off of. Let me close this. So right here, this is the shoe. Now we're gonna go back and look at the Travis's real quick. So this is the Travis's. This is Monroe. So let's see. Travis's look a little bit cleaner, but this is an old age pair. Did they just take this shoe and just flip the Nike check back? Because that's what it looks like. Yeah, they just took this shoe and did a Nike check backwards. Okay, did not know that. Learned something new. And this was back in the 80s. Yeah, 1984. Yeah. So very interesting. Let me hit the chat real quick. Kwame says only won a few times, but I like the corduroy still. Got you. Let's see. Manny says I had to sell my brown Travis trainers straight week. I got the same feeling about these. They're gonna be sitting ducks. I can see that. I don't know, man. I didn't know this was inspired off of literally a tennis shoe. And no pun intended, because some people just call these shoes tennis shoes in general, but this is an actual shoe that a tennis player played in. Interesting. And I'm with you with this one, Manny. I don't know. I don't see it. I mean, if Dunk's feeling it, let him have it. More power to you. I'll stay out your way, brother. That's just where I'm at with it. It's not bad, but this is my thing. This is living proof. You can't just do the reverse Nike check on everything and call it good. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. Flip the check and it's dope now. You know what I'm saying? The Slayer says the only Mac I'm buying is from McDonald's. J Rod says I heard they got the Mac sauce in a dip. Oh, I did not know that. You talking about the sauce that comes on the pause that comes on the Big Mac? I didn't know that. Man, I haven't had McDonald's in a minute. My stomach, I haven't had McDonald's in so long. My stomach will be mad. Every single time I have McDonald's, it's like, yo, hold the horses if you catch my drift. Um, let's see. Memory Kick says Return of the Mac. J Rod says R.I.P. Bernie Mac. Most definitely, that's a legend. R.I.P. Bernie Mac, comedian, one of the goats, one of the kings of comedy, right? Most definitely, he's one of the kings of comedy. So, shouts out to Bernie Mac. R.I.P. Bernie Mac. Yeah, R.I.P. Bernie Mac. More importantly, man. Kwame says, I got the blue pair, not the brown pair. Okay, you got the blue pair of those Travis joints, the trainers. And then he did like that, the 32 or 33 joint, that green joint. That ain't hit either. Not everything Travis on drop is a hit. Let's just keep it 100. Not everything Travis drop has been a hit. It's definitely been some things where it's been like, okay, cool, it's room for improvement. Now, I don't know where he's getting from. Even this, like, I see this shoe got some perforated holes on the side. Does the original have that? Yep. Yeah, this is nothing. Yo, this is not a new trap. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm done with this. But not done with this live, but I'm saying I'm done with the debate now, because the thing is, this further brings back my point of a lot of things when I talk about Travis. One of the things I talk about Travis is the most is that I thought this was gonna be Travis's, and I'm just now seeing this, but I thought this was gonna be Travis's like breakout, like new shoe on his own, like, hey, I can do this with just the Nike, with my own Nike logo and call it a day. But these shoes are looking damn near identical. The only difference I see is on this Mac Attack, that checkered flag where it's blue and got the red Nike logo on it, the red Nike logo, which I do. That's the only thing I like about the shoe, to keep it 100. But Travis's, it doesn't look like he has that checker tag. Well, never mind. It's not showing it all the way, but because it's on the side, but it's definitely that same. Like, if you get up on this, that you can see that little hint of like red Nike logo. I'm assuming that's got the same logo. It's the same shoe, bro. Just newer, and basically with the reverse Nike check, which is what Travis is known for. But to be honest, if I'm gonna keep it 100, that reverse Nike check, that it's time for something different to associate with Travis too, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. That reverse Nike check getting kind of old though. If I'm gonna keep it 100, it's getting kind of old though. That's just me though. Don't judge me. I'm just saying that it's getting kind of old. I really want to see something new. Just because of Travis don't always have to be a reverse Nike check. Like Air Force Ones, they didn't do the reverse Nike check. Granted, you can do your own custom like way you can peel it off and stitch it. But yeah, this shoe it wouldn't work on. But yeah, this is not even I thought this was Travis's own shoe, but this is not even like, this is the Mac Attack. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's just Travis doing what he did with the J's, He just literally, in the Air Forces, it just slaps his name on it and put the Nike check a certain way and call it a day, which is all you need. Let me clarify, that's not a bad thing. This is all you need, but I was under the impersonation, and I'm wrong here. I thought this was Travis's like breakout like new shoe, but I guess, it's not. Y'all sign off in the chat for me. Let's see. Man of the Kick says, you got the better pair, Kwame, and I had the little poopity. J Rod says, poop brown, yee. Man of the Kick says, Travis Scott doing a Drake move. What you mean by that, Manny? We got Edron in the building, says he needs to start actually coming out with his own designs like how he did with the dunks. Yeah, true. The dunks, yeah. Yeah, I'll give you that. The dunks, that's the only shoe he did where he put the bandana joint on it. I have those. That one I like. And I like that it's a peel off too. You can expose the pink, but I don't think nobody's ever going to do that to that shoe. But yeah. But I thought he was going to get his own unique model. They was going to try like, this is Travis Scott sneaker with Nike. This isn't like, hey, this is Jordan Brand with Travis Scott collab. That's different. That's what I thought they were finna break out. I could be tripping though. But I was in impersonation. I thought that's what it was gonna be. The Slayer says, I think I saw those Mac attacks at Ross Ross the other day. Oh wow. Ross, like the I know what store you're talking about. Oh wow. I ain't you maybe the old joints, but yeah. They not finna be there now because some reseller's gonna find that original pair and try to flip them, and they'll hold out. You know what I mean? Try to set that back. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm gonna keep it 100. Man with the Kick says he probably has ghost sneaker designers. I mean, they all do. They come in and they ask them a few questions, but the designer already have ideas already off rip, and usually this person just sign off on it. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me, but I'm also positive. Like the Drake and OVO joints, he definitely just, yeah, man. I just represent OVO. And like, all right, cool. We just put that on there and put an owl on it and call it a freaking day. Drake's subtle wasn't enough. Travis did a subtle thing, but Drake's wasn't enough. And y'all can talk about them like the Kentucky 8 joints. They don't do anything for me at all. I don't see why those are expensive either. And I've said that time and time again. Let's see. Adrian says, does it say the retail? Well, for this shoe? Let me read through this real quick. I did get kind of lost up on the sauce real quick. Y'all, my bad. Mental Kick says, dang already. Let's see. Adrian says, yeah, I wonder when they will make his own sneaker. Exactly. That's my question. Let's see. The Slayer says, these ain't it. Rolling his eyes. Men in the Kick says, when it comes to making a shoe, he went to left like Queen Bee and picked something that's old, change a couple things up. Yeah, but this still ain't his shoe. It ain't his shoe. This is an old buddy shoe. This is the John. You know what I'm saying? This is the other shoe. This is that tennis player shoe. It's the same. It's a collab. I may not say it, but this is a collab in my eyes. Let me read the rest of this article. It says, the seeds for the Nike Mac Attack returns have been planted. And I read that one. I read that already, yeah. I think I read this. It says, okay, cool, yeah. When LeBron James and Travis Scott were both unexpectedly spotted wearing vintage pairs of Jordan. Yeah, that's where I left off. Let's see. It says, since then, we've learned that the Mac Attack will indeed make its return to retail this year, including collaborative efforts with James Whitner's social status. So that means I'm in my year. James Whitner is I'm in my year, for the people who don't know. So apparently we're going to see an I'm in my year version of this. Now, I will say this. With this shoe being back from like 1984, if done correctly, I think I'm in my year can get the shoe off. Because they got like a more vintage style, age style look too. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm my gear version of this would be dope. However, Whitner isn't the only person with the own execution of the shoe. Last night, Scott was spotted wearing the Mac Attack in the original gray and black color way. I thought this was blue for some reason. Maybe because this is the way the light hitting it, and then this is like, this looked navy to me. I thought this was navy, but I can see it now. It's black. It's black. But yeah, I thought it was like navy at first, man. Y'all bear with the kid. I thought it was navy. But let me hit the rest of this. It says, let's see. Last night, Scott was spotted wearing the Mac Attack in the original gray and black colorway. This pair being the signature reverse swoosh branding that it became an identifier on his Nike and Air Jordan 1 collabs. Yeah, they're talking about the reverse Nike check. It's unclear whether or not the version of the Mac Attack will release to the public. They scammed is unexpected. They seem to unexpected to a release with a traditional precision swoosh. I think they'll put this out to the public because they want to see where people's head is at. Probably, I say we can see this summer. You know, don't quote me. They could push it back for however long they want to. So, I don't know. But I assume if they're going to do that, they might as well drop it. You know what I'm saying? Because Travis shoes going to cause a ruckus no matter what. Even though I feel like a lot of us saying we don't want those. And I will sit out. I'm not saying y'all want, but I feel like there's still going to be a lot of people just he has not only Travis don't just have like sneakerheads as people to look out. He has a whole different fan base that aren't even really sneakerheads. They just love his music. I'm not happy about these oversized baggy pants Travis got on, but then again, I mean, to each his own. I guess that's just the new thing again. Kind of funny how style comes and goes and then comes back. Let's see. Let me hit the chat real quick. Manuel Kick says Fact Slayer. One Choice say I agree. Let's see. Manny says when it comes to make a shoe, it went read that one. Manuel Kick says Union LA would murder these. They didn't murder those Cortezes. And that's the last thing. And I think they didn't murder those or Air Jordan 1 AKOs. Yeah. The AKOs are Air Jordan knockoffs. I don't think they murdered those AKOs, you know what I'm saying? Air Jordan AJ KOs, yeah. I'm saying it correctly, hopefully. I don't think they murdered those, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this. After the ones for and the fours for the for what am I looking for? For Union LA, those ones and fours were dope. But after that, I don't think they got any more juice left, bro. I'm a year. They had so much potential if they would have did the four of what we was anticipating. So, I mean, don't count them out though. Don't count them out. Let's see. The Slayer says at Manny says preach my guy. Okay, y'all backing each other up. Like I said, I'm down to see it, but I don't. I think they become 50-50 ever since they haven't done the same since the Jordan 1 or the Jordan 4 off Nor. Now the other one, the Guava Ice and those other two, I don't think it's it. Let's see. Kwame says Union always different, even if sometimes it's not for me. They usually fire. The Slayer says I feel like Union would have a better concept for these shoes. True. I honestly I'm gonna give it to Amman. I think Amman gonna have a concept that's gonna impress us all. Again, these people have become 50-50 after their first initial like hype releases that we went crazy for. So take it with a grain of salt. It says, should Nike want to put some energy behind the Mac Attack's return? Working with the rapper is a safe bet to achieve that. Sneakers VP Lucy Rouse recently, okay, she's been all over the place, confirmed that Scott is the biggest collaborator, saying that his sneakers received the most entries without fail. Okay, this is from the other article, so this is following right up. It's good they're going right into each other. Keep an eye out for the Travis Mac Attack updates moving forward. So cool. Do we want these, man? I mean, to be honest, I ain't here to judge what a man wearing, but like, yeah. Look, his pants so big, you won't be able to see all the shoe. You know, but again, that's just me. But overall, man, I don't know. Could they just be using Travis to get another shoe that they want to bring back out, but they know people aren't going to do it without a collab? My thing is this, because this isn't Travis like new shoe. This is a shoe that's, I would like to see Travis and Jordan Brand team up. I would like to see what they would be able to do with the Air Jordan 2. What y'all, now I know ain't nobody saying nothing about that. Think about it. While a lot of people are Twos fans, but majority of the sneaker community not like Air Jordan 2 fans. I would like to, could Travis collab bring in like possibly doing a Air Jordan 2 collab? Very curious how that would go. Let me hit the chat real quick. The Slayer says, I feel like Union would have a better he said, let's see. The Slayer says, I feel like Union would have had a better concept for those shoes. Manny says, I'm a year and Union LA can't get a break after Virgil set the bar too high at Nike. Bro, nah. I ain't finna let that slide. RP Virgil. But the Off-Whites came before the I'm a year. And they did such a great job with the 3. Not saying we not that we wasn't checking for Off-White, but we was like, man, this is dope too. It had, I ain't gonna say it hasn't had the longevity success that Virgil Off-White has had, but They came out swinging, and so did Union. So I don't if Off-White can stay on top of it, and Off-White got some, like RP Virgil, but Off-White got some stuff that missed too. Off-White got some stuff that missed too. Let's just keep it 100. Like those spike mid joints, the green joints, I saw them send in some boutique stores at retail today. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to take shots at Off-White, RP to Virgil, but I saw some of those, like, I saw the one with the spike, the Air Force One mid green joints. Those are still available if you want them for the retail shorty. If you do a little bit of footwork, you can find those for the retail shorty. Just FYI. You know what I'm saying? Let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. Kwame says, so much hate on those Cortezes. Only Union I didn't like was the Passport Pack dunks. That was a nut. See, that's why I said, man, like, Union haven't been, honestly, Kwame, if you wouldn't have said nothing about, I know what you're talking about. Those 3 shoes they did, the purple joints, the like bluish joint, and then the like other little colorway, like what, the grape joint. Had you not brought up the Passport Pack, I would have forgot all about they even did a dunks. I mean, I would have probably remembered, but if you had me name them and I was under pressure, I don't think I could spit that out. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Manny says, I'm my year and Union LA can't read that one. Kwame read that one. Manny with Kick says, I still haven't seen nobody in the I'm my year too. Exactly. And I keep it moving. And our favorite special guest isn't here to defend it today. But yeah, I haven't seen nobody in those shoes either, Manny. If I'm gonna keep it 100. A lot of people went crazy over them just because I'm my year, but that 2 was a hard shoe to get off. I'll say Union did the best you could possibly do with a Air Jordan 2. If we're gonna keep it 100, I feel like they did the best you could possibly do. I don't think 2s. Nike needs to just come to the realization that they're not gonna sell themselves unless it's a collab shoe. But you see, like, we haven't seen any new, like, crazy Off-White. Like, and I say crazy, I mean, like, newer, like, man, I want these Off-White shoes in a while, man. Maybe Virgil was and I'm sure he was, but he had to be super hands-on with the designing of the shoe because, I mean, it's been no Off-White talk, really. And the last one we really talked about for real, other than those mids, we were saying like rumor was supposed to be the Off-White breads, but I don't think those are coming, bro. In my opinion, I don't see those coming. It would be nice, but I don't think those are coming. But it would be nice. And if they do come, I'll eat my words. Pause. Manny says, I still haven't read that one. And Slayer says, this shoe wouldn't sell if it weren't for Travis' name, period. That is a fact. That is a whole fact. The only reason we're even having to think about it, if this didn't have his Travis name on it, this live would be something else, not Travis. You know what I'm saying? Like, we would be titling this something completely freaking different. One Choice says, I would definitely like to see that. I mess with 2s hard. Yeah, and like I said, there are some 2 fans out there, so, you know what I'm saying? But vast majority of the sneaker community, we got to think about it when it comes to the 2s. I don't think the 2s could sell by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Not like crazy. Because they sat for a minute on sneakers last week. So much so somebody in the Sold Out Discord was like, yo, is this something wrong with the sneakers app? All the shoes are still available. I'm like, oh, that's a 2. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course, a whole plethora of 2s will most likely be available for at least a good 2 weeks. Minimum, you know what I'm saying? That's just where I'm at with it. Let's see. Manny with the Kick says, I mean, within the recent drops. Okay, got you. Buster Douglas says, take that rag off, cuz. Or what? I don't want to. I'll take it off after the live, but I mean, I'm going to be chilling by myself. I don't feel like taking it off right now. Whatever. What up, Buster? One Choice says, I wear my my year 2s. Okay, cool. So there are some people that I haven't seen. I'm with man. I haven't seen it though, but I would like to see what they look like on feet because I feel like they ain't getting no justice. Man with the Kick says, you're the first one. You're the first One Choice fans. Facts from One Choice. It says, nope, twos are not moving fast at all. They're most definitely not, man. So, honestly, I think if Travis has got to do another collab, because this is all this is, it should have been a two. You know what I mean? Why not do a two? He's done ones. He's done fours. You know what I'm saying? He's done Air Force Ones. He's done dunks. Another shoe I would like to see him do, I would like to see him do, because he did fours. I would like to see him do like a three. You know what I'm saying? Could Travis possibly do a three? You know what I'm saying? Mandarin Kick says the Chicago twos got stuck at the store for weeks. Yep, and that's an OG colorway. And Off-White did a collab with the two, that low cut joint. Remember, we got the blue joint and we had the white and red Chicago's. Like, my thing is this, that one I feel like they should have went back to the drawing board one more time. Close, in my opinion, but no cigar for me for those. Kwame says, all suede Travis threes, bring it. I'm open to it. I'm very curious how they would do, because this the thing with the threes. This what I don't want, right? This the thing I don't want if they was to do a Travis three, and we're just speaking hypothetically. Let me get myself back on the main screen real quick. I think I've covered everything Travis. If not, I will go back to sharing my screen. But yeah, I will say this. For the most part, man, I think that the problem where it comes into play with Travis doing a three, most and not all, but majority of Travis's shoes, they have had that reverse signature Nike check that we're kind of accustomed to. The threes, when they did put a Nike check on it, I absolutely positively hate the Nike check on it. So if I hate it the regular way, I know I'm going to hate it the reverse way as well. I know I'm going to hate it the reverse way just as much. And that's just where I'm at with it. Let's see. Adrian says he should do it like DJ Balvin. He did the ones, twos, and threes coming out this year. But the now that we're on it, because we getting closer towards the end of the live, I'm going to be on for about another roughly 10 minutes and some change. Let's talk upcoming releases that were anticipated. We have seen the J Balvins popping around, and I'm going to share my screen of those for the people who don't know what those look like real quick. Now, I know the last one, they did do some J Balvin 2s, and one that like the tongue, that was a joint where the tongue lit up, right? Hold on, let me pull this joint up real quick. J Balvin, boom, J Balvin 3s, Jordan 3. I feel like they tried a little too hard on them. Kwame, I'm very curious your thoughts on these. Like, they're okay, but I'm going to pull up the back action on this. Pause. Boom. This is the back action on these right here. I'm personally, I don't know. And this is the one I posted in the Discord right here. I don't know. It don't look bad, but threes is that shoe that only needs one solid. It don't need all these mixture of colors going on the back of the joint a bit much. You know what I'm saying? Look like we just got a new subscriber in the building. It looks like Nation of a King just subscribed. Appreciate that, man. Y'all smash the like button and sub up, man. Appreciate the new subscriber, man. Really goes a long way and helps the channel out, man. But these J Balvins, I think the color is a bit much on it. Like, here's another little, this is on Nice Kicks right here. This is probably a good angle right here, because you know his logo is a smiley face. I see that's on the back. I think had they would have went with a more solid color, like they can even like that yellowness behind the tongue and that little yellowness going around the sole of the shoe, I can work with that. But that back heel tab coloring is kind of different. You know what I'm saying? And could be good or bad. And then we can go off. He's always done stuff like this. We can break it off to, this is his Air Jordan 1. You know what I'm saying? That he did. Wasn't too impressed on that one. And then, of course, here are the twos right here. I remember when we was talking lives on this one. Feel like he tried a little too hard. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just something about his shoes that don't be like ticking. And then, did they try to sell us this basketball? This is a joint that came with the basketball that was like $100. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I hate when they ran and do the basketball and they try to sell the basketball for like $100. And everybody always asks like, for $100, that joint better come blow it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just I don't know, man. It'd be definitely different on this one. Let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. Adrian says for the threes, they are the nicest so far. So you think the threes are the nicest? Let's see. Kwame says the Balvin one still my favorite one that I don't have in my collection. Is the resale on these joints is crazy, Kwame, or like you just been holding off? Cause these are the ones right here. I can see you actually liking these, Kwame. Definitely see these for you, homie. Let's see. Let me hit the chat real quick. Aaron says, for me, the threes are the nicest so far. Kwame says, I gotta see more of the threes. It's okay so far. I don't know. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all like I'm on the fence. Right now, I'm not easily impressed with the threes, bro. I mean, this logo is dope. I think it's the shading of the coloring. Like, just stick with threes. We just need a solid color, man. I think we don't need. I think it's doing too much on the back of this joint. You know what I'm saying? I think they're doing a bit much on the back of it. But that's just me, though. You know, and who am I? I mean, at the end of the day, if you like the shoe, you like the shoe. I'm not gonna tell you not to like it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. One choice says Aunt Manny, the first drop Chicago 2 in the 80s. They were my first Jordan, so I'm biased. Got you. You're biased. Got you. I got it. Like, you feeling them so much because that's like your favorite shoe back then. Got you. I feel you on that. Let's see where I'm at. Kwame says that's fire at one choice. Manny with the kick says black cement reverse swoosh, white cement threes with the reimagined midsole for Travis Scott collab. Nah, I don't want no Nike check on no three, bruh. You can't put a three on the. They have, but I don't like the three on a Nike. I don't like the Nike check on a three unless you're talking about the Nike check on the back of that thing. Put the Nike check on the back of the heel and then put Travis Scott logo on the other. And at that point, I feel like he got to do like that. He should do like a baby blue. I feel like Travis could get these off though. But it's somewhere they got to put the, like how they got the ones where it say Cactus Jack, like written on the side. I feel like they should throw that somewhere, but I don't know. Like maybe on like the tongue area. I don't know, but they never written on a three, so they can't throw it there. Because the threes don't take much. If you got the right colorway, the threes don't take much. If we're going to keep it 100, threes don't take much at all. Marin Kick says, I got some twos, but they get no love similar to 9s, 12s, and 13s. 12s get love in the hood. 12s will sell out faster. Out of all that, from 2s, 9s, 12s, and 13s, 12s going to sell. They just mass produce those as well. But 12's for the hood. If I see 12, I'm doing 12. You know the song, Manny. Let's see. Kwame says resale on the Balvin ones about the same as the lost and founds in my side. So like 400-500. That's not bad, but you know, you don't. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But let's see. Adrian says Jordan 12 playoffs are nice. They don't go for much. Yeah. One of my favorite 12s in my collection. Fun fact, I rocked some 12s today, man. So I just didn't get a chance to actually take a fit pick because I was just so busy today. But yeah, I rocked some of my 12s I hadn't put on in a minute, man. So y'all obviously know. I will have it at the end of the week for a weekly sneaker rotation, man. One choice says at Kwame 100. Manny with a kick says pineapple and mango J Balvin colorway. Yeah. That may be it, but it ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? One choice says heel tab and tongue. Okay, cool. So yeah, I can see that. They could do a Travis logo on the tongue, but I don't think they can do like that like cross writing joint where it made a cross. I think they just got to take that as an L. But on the back of the heel, they could definitely do it and do something on the tongue for Travis. And then they got to do a unique colorway. But it's going to be solid. So my thing is, if all the other threes are solid, this one should be solid too. Because the Ella print is already doing enough for it. You know what I mean? Other than that, upcoming releases. Who hit on the Jarritos? I did put a poll up today in the community tab. Looks like majority of it says no, so Dunks did catch that. What's the next like shoe that we looking forward to? Too, before I close up out of this thing, I'm gonna be on for like another 5 minutes. What's the next, like you could say, like the next top shoe? I'm not gonna sit up here in front and say, is this Travis joint? Is the Travis gonna make a little wave on this? Most definitely. But I can't say this. Kwame says L on the Jarritos. One choice says hell. L. I said hell, but yeah, L. Yeah, I took an L. I actually was trying to a person that's been doing my tattoos recently. I was trying to surprise them with a W, but I'm gonna keep it moving. I definitely got more content on the tat stuff coming as well. I know I've been kind of lacking on that a little bit, but it's coming. Man with the Kick says, put your L's up. I mean, basically, bro. Keep it 100, basically. Adrian says, I took 4 L's. Damn, how many? You entered from what? Multiple 4 different devices? Hey, at least you increased your chances, but you know how that go. Other than that, only thing I'm anticipating again that I'm looking forward to this year, playoff 8s, most definitely. Cherry 12s, most definitely. Those are my top 2, like as far as retail side of things. Resale market, I'm kind of glancing at some right now. Just making sure the bag right before I start. I like to have my bag already right before I start even going for it. And I'm sure we all do, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to start arguing like negotiations without having like the bag ready. So, but just know that I got definitely something with my eye on it. Other than that, I think it's time. Cherry 12s. I know you saying, Manny, that's not like the they don't get a lot of love, but that the hood give the 12s a lot of love. I mean, compared to like a 1 and stuff, then no. But then I know what you could be thinking, Manny. You're probably thinking that playoffs because they didn't sell out instantly too. But I know they're not there at the store anymore. But they did restock it several times too. Not trying to defend Nike. One choice says playoff 8s definitely. Man with the Kick says congrats, most definitely. Yeah, I think playoff 8s are gonna be dope. Cherry 12s are gonna be dope. What's the 11 that's supposed to come this year? Oh, they're talking about the DMP joints. I don't think everybody's really excited about the DMPs, if I'm gonna keep it 100. Jay Brooks in the building. Tell me why DJ Khaled harassed the shit out of J Balvin for his threes. That dude is too much. I mean, that's just what Khaled does. He's a, you know what I'm saying? He's just a talker, man. And it works. You know, I'm not trying to bash him, but that what works for him for sure. So Khaled is just one of those. He's a gossiper / talker / you know what. So I mean, to each his own on that one. One choice says, I'm waiting for a 10. We ain't had no 10s in a long time. For real, for real. We've had 11s. We ain't had no 10s in a long time. And I feel like we ain't had no 8s for real in a long time. I mean, I know we had, we ain't had too many 8s in a long time. So, but not like good 8s. But yeah, I think this is going to be a dope 8. So, very curious. Because it's an OG. We ain't had no 9s. We've had 9s, but they didn't go crazy. We've had 9s. With 10s, I know for a fact we ain't had. And yeah, we definitely could go for a 10. 10s, I don't know. The Drake collab, I feel like didn't do it justice like they thought it was gonna do. So I'm very curious if Travis could get a 10 off. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Adrian says 10s are super underrated. Yeah, I mean, they are. I can't remember the last time I talked about a 10. I think it was last year though, if I'm gonna keep it 100. Man on the Kick says, I need a new pair of cool gray 9s. Bro, my joints, I know y'all seen it on the video, but my camera, it's one of those like, it may not work for me, but it make that shoe look immaculate. When I was editing, I'm like, yo, it's not picking up the detail. Like if y'all was to see the joint in person, you would be like, bro, what you about to do? Go painting those? You know what I'm saying? Like I wear them on a rainy day. Like I ain't caring nothing about that shoe though. I don't know why I was like that hard on the shoe. But I wore that joint consistently for a minute. Let's see. One choice says just the rules. Okay. Yeah, I heard about those too as well, man. But been on this joint, hour, 29 minutes, man. We about to close things out for tonight. Appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love. smash the like button, sub up to the channel, man. Really goes a long way. I'm gonna read a few more chats real quick, and I'm gonna close things out for tonight. Jay Brooks says we haven't had 10s in like 5 years. That is a fact. I don't remember a 10 since like, and the last 10s I had, I sold my joints. Manu the Kick says Travis Scott bag his BM 10s ain't going to be trouble. Travis Scott bag his BM 10s. I mean, that don't matter, man. I mean, it's different when it comes to this sneaker stuff, but I get what you're trying to say, Manny. But other than that, man, been on this joint, hour and 30 minutes, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love. Smash the like button. Sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and I make content about sneakers, occasional try-on hauls, and of course, you know we got Music Monday, and I will be back Saturday with another Sold Out Live. Dunk should be a part of that one. So we're going to be back again on Saturday. So smash the like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. And we are officially closing things out for tonight. Appreciate everybody coming through. And again, we will be back on Saturday, man. I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.